Welcome to the BridgeHaul Fleet Management Overview. This section, we will walk you through a general understanding of how to use your fleet management platform. When you log in, the first screen that you will see is a map. This will show all of your drivers, their current state, how much time they have left in their cycle, shift, or break, and all of the routes that they've been assigned. On the left-hand side, this is your menu. You can click on driver logs to view individual driver logs if you have ELDs. Vehicle inspections to show whether drivers have conducted a vehicle inspection for the day. IFTA to get IFTA reporting and mileage by state. Loads, which will allow you to create a load, view your active loads, or view completed loads. The admin section allows you to add fleet managers, add your drivers or edit drivers, add vehicles and assign those vehicles to drivers, view account information and apply to the load marketplace, view companies that you currently drive for, these are shippers and receivers, and also view reports. The last section is documents, where you can view any uploaded documents provided by fleet managers or uploaded by drivers through the mobile app. To get started, you will notice that in your fleet managers, you will have one fleet manager. To add additional fleet managers to your list, you may click Add Fleet Manager. All you need to do is enter a username, last name, email, and add any permissions that you wish. Once you click Save, an email will be generated and sent to that email address, and the user can set their password and accept the invite. Adding drivers works in a similar manner. So any active drivers appear in your active drivers section. Any drivers that have been invited or have rejected your invite are in the inactive section. To add a driver, simply click the orange button at the top right. This will show you required information such as first name, last name, email, home address, CDL number, state, and expiration. If you would like to have your driver be able to self-dispatch and view loads through the load marketplace, you may check this box. You can always remove this permission at any time. Once you're finished, you click Submit, and the driver will be added into your list of inactive drivers here. Once they accept the invite and set their password, they will be moved to your active drivers section. You will not be able to view drivers or their logs until they have accepted your invite. To edit a driver, simply click on one of the drivers, click over here on the Edit button, and view the information associated with the driver. You may add additional certifications, you may add driver compensation types, or additional drug and alcohol screenings. Once you're finished, you can click Submit. To add vehicles, you may do so in a similar manner to drivers. You would click on the orange button at the top right, enter in the vehicle information. Vehicle nickname is whatever you want the drivers to be able to see in the app when they're selecting a vehicle. The VIN is case sensitive and must be 17 digits long. Once you're finished here, you can set the status as assigned. This will allow you to select a driver to assign the truck to, and it will also allow you to assign an ELD. If you have ELD subscriptions, the ELD numbers will auto-populate here, and you would select the ELD that is currently plugged into this vehicle. Once you are finished, you may click Submit, and it will appear in your active vehicles section. In order to deactivate a vehicle, you would click the Deactivate button here once you click on a specific vehicle. This will put the vehicle into your inactive list of vehicles. When you're ready to dispatch loads, you may add companies and company locations. Companies, as an example, would be someone like Walmart. Walmart has specific corporate information, and they also have company locations. They may have 10, 20, or 100 locations that you want to enter. And so you can add additional locations under a single company. In this case, we have one location for Walmart. The dock hours can be provided and will auto-populate in addition to special requirements and default instructions. Whenever you dispatch a load, all this information is available to the driver so that they can see the dock hours, any special instructions, or any special requirements. Once that's completed, you may go to Create a Load. This will populate a dropdown of all of your different suppliers. Walmart, for example, is located here, and we have a default address of Phoenix on Southern Ave. You can select this location, and the contact information, the phone number, the email, and the comments have all come in automatically. We would set the location or the pickup time and the latest pickup window. Next, we can select the company that we're delivering to, select the address, indicate whether an appointment is required or an appointment has been scheduled. If an appointment has been scheduled, you may enter in the date and time. Shipping requirements, you would indicate what type of trailer, any declared value if you wish, a PO number, handling units are required. In this case, we can select pallets, the number of pallets, and the weight. Commodity, there's a list of commodities as well as general merchandise. If it's hazmat, you can check the hazmat box. You can also add additional line items if you wish, or additional PO numbers. Once you're finished, you can assign it to a driver. In this case, we'll assign it to Demo Driver 2. Indicate whether the line haul is fixed or cost plus. Fixed is generally the selection that most people go with, and you can indicate whether it's on a per mile, per load, per quantity, per hundredweight, per hour, or per kilogram. In this case, we'll select per load. We can see that the mileage was automatically calculated based on truck-specific routing, and we can indicate that this load requires a rate of $1,200. We can also indicate what the driver will be paid, so we can see this in the reporting in a later time. To add an accessorial, all you have to do is click the button here, select which accessorial it pertains to, and then select the basis for the accessorial, whether it's a percent of line haul, flat rate, per piece, etc. Once finished, you can go up here and click this button once we've selected which type of equipment we have. And now that load has been assigned to Demo Driver 2 from Walmart in Phoenix to Furniture Warehouse. Within 15 minutes, the ETA and the drop-off ETA will be calculated once the driver indicates that they are en route to pickup. You can always add documents by clicking here, selecting the document type, the document date, any comments or reference numbers, and selecting which file to upload. Once finished, you may click Save. You can also indicate whether the file is visible to the driver or not. For example, a rate confirmation you may not want to show a driver, but a bill of lading or a scale ticket you may want the driver to be able to see. When you go back to the map, you can see Demo Driver 2 now has a load assigned to them from Buckeye to San Gabriel, California. You can click on the specific information of that load, and you can see the contact information that we've put in here. This concludes the overview on how to manage drivers, vehicles, and dispatch loads. Thank you.